Welcome to XYED Mysteries, where every whisper hides a story, every shadow holds a truth, and every mystery leads to another world. I'm your host, Said Karar, and tonight we begin a journey that will take us beyond the edge of maps and memory, a story of courage, loss, and discovery, one that begins not in a temple or a tomb, but in the quiet loneliness of an attic by the sea. This is the lost map of Avalon. The year was 2029. The world was still healing from chaos, new technologies rising, old truths fading into myth, and amid it all lived Elena Darrow, a young archaeologist who spent her life chasing the echoes of the past. When her grandfather, the legendary explorer Arthur Darrow, passed away, Elena inherited his small home on the cliffs of Cornwall, a place where the sea sang like a ghost and every gust of wind carried his memory. Arthur had disappeared decades ago on an expedition that no one dared to finish. His journals spoke of one obsession: a city lost to time, a place called Avalon. Elena had grown up hearing the stories, a mythical land beyond the known world, where stars were said to guide travelers through the veil of reality itself. A fantasy, people said, a myth, but for her grandfather, it was something more. It was the truth. One stormy night, as rain lashed against the windows and thunder crawled across the horizon, Elena found herself in the attic, dust swirling in the beam of her flashlight. It smelled of parchment and memories, old boxes, expedition photos, maps yellowed with age, all scattered like the remains of a forgotten era. And then she found it, a leather tube tucked behind an old telescope, the kind her grandfather used to watch the stars. Inside was a rolled parchment, sealed with wax that had long since cracked. Her hands trembled as she unrolled it. It was a map, but not like any she had seen before. The symbols were hand-drawn constellations intertwined with strange geometric markings. The ink shimmered faintly, as though alive beneath the attic's flickering light. At the bottom, written in her grandfather's unmistakable handwriting, were the words, "Follow the stars to Avalon." Her breath caught. Avalon, the city of myth. Could it be real? That night, unable to sleep, Elena sent photos of the map to Dr. Reza Karim, a historian and her mentor, a man known for uncovering lost civilizations. He called her back within minutes, his voice low and shaken. "Elena, do you realize what you found? If that map is authentic, it doesn't point to a city, it points to a convergence. And if your grandfather reached it, that may be why he never came back." The words echoed in her mind long after the call ended. A week later, Elena stood before the snow-tipped majesty of the Himalayas, a place her grandfather had vanished from decades before. She wasn't alone. Dr. Reza had agreed to join her. Along with him came Noah Vale, a documentarian chasing the story of his career, and Tenzin, a mountaineer who knew the region's secrets better than anyone. Their journey began with laughter, hope, and a little fear. But as they climbed higher into the mountains, something began to change. The wind grew colder, their equipment started malfunctioning, and at night, strange whispers echoed through the snow, voices carried by the wind that no one could explain. Locals called this region the Silent Peaks, a place where compasses died and shadows lingered too long. Tenzin warned them, many who seek the peaks return, but not themselves. On the third night, beneath a sky blazing with stars, Elena unfolded the map once again. Something inside her told her to hold it up toward the heavens, and as she did, the ink began to glow. The constellations on the parchment aligned perfectly with the stars above. A thin beam of light projected from the map, striking the mountain ridge ahead. Dr. Reza gasped, his voice trembling. "It's reacting to starlight, an ancient astronomical code." The light pulsed once, twice, and then shot skyward in a dazzling column before vanishing into the cold night air. Moments later, the ground began to tremble. The snow cracked beneath their feet, lanterns toppled, and Noah screamed for everyone to run. But Elena couldn't move. She was transfixed by the map, which now shimmered with new markings, lines forming where none had been before. Dr. Reza grabbed her arm, pulling her back as the earth split open near their camp. From beneath the ice, a faint hum rose rhythmic, almost like a heartbeat, the kind that doesn't come from nature. And then, just as quickly as it began, it stopped. The night fell silent once again. When the team caught their breath, they saw it. At the bottom of the map, new words had appeared glowing faintly like dying embers. You've begun the journey, Elena. The heart watches. She stared at the message, her hands trembling. Noah whispered, the heart. What does that mean? Dr. Reza looked grim. It means someone or something is aware of us. The next morning, half their equipment was buried beneath the snow. The tremor had shifted the terrain, revealing what appeared to be an ancient stone arch half embedded in ice exactly in the direction the beam of light had pointed the night before. Elena's breath caught. It wasn't just a mountain, it was a doorway. The others argued whether to continue. Tenzin warned them again, the peak's demand. Sacrifice, but Elena's voice was steady. If my grandfather found Evelyn, I need to finish what he started. Dr. Reza sighed. Then may the stars guide us all. And as they began their slow ascent toward the ridge, the wind carried a whisper, faint but unmistakable, a voice that seemed to call her name, Elena. She froze. No one else seemed to hear it. The mountains stood silent, the sky vast and watchful. But in that moment, she knew one thing for certain. Her grandfather's journey had not ended. It had only begun again through her. Beneath the snow and stars, something ancient had awakened, and for Elena Darrow, the path to Avalon had just opened. This was episode 1 of the Lost Map of Avalon. Join us next time as the journey deepens and the secrets buried in ice begin to whisper back. You're listening to XYED Mysteries, where truth lies buried just beneath the silence. Stay curious, stay mysterious. Music fades to silence and